Hello and welcome, Pocket Watch here, and it's about time for another episode of Rewrite. Let's continue. I changed a little bit my settings for audio. I basically resetted everything. Actually, I may do this and this lower, like, actually, just system. And yeah, I'm going to see how it will work for editing later on, because I realized, like, music kinda been weird to edit in general. But yeah, just like, you probably won't hear any difference when I'm like done editing this, but yeah, maybe you will, who knows. Anyway, let's continue. Let's go. As the Wednesday is passing and we still haven't seen anyone. Wednesday is passing by in silence. I really can't remember speaking to anyone today. It's been a long while since I kept silent for so long. Not so bad for a change, I guess. Yeah, right. I have yet to solve even one of my problems. Exhaustion akin to that of having run a marathon does my heart. Okay. So we're really just skipping days now, with like nothing happening. Where's everyone? Why they avoid me? Where's KOTORI? What if like they kidnapped KOTORI or something? Like someone kidnapped KOTORI because this dragon was like aiming at her. So, or maybe like Shizuru and Lucia maybe protects, like they kidnapped KOTORI and protect her or something because she's been a target by this dragon. Something like that, you know? I know. Anyway. I haven't seen my parents in a while either. Not that that's anything new, but the house feels really spacious with no one here. I mechanically finish my homework and suddenly realize I have nothing else to do. Yeah, and no one to talk to, huh? As such, I begin testing the Aurora ability again. I can add extra features to it at the cost of my energy, okay. But I'm also limited by the fact that I can only summon it from the wrist, and it solidifies after a set amount of time in contact with air. My experiments with other applications for it have gone nowhere. It only takes a few seconds for Aurora to disintegrate if separated from my body. Given that, I hope turning it into a projectile weapon is pretty much shattered. Okay, I mean, okay, yeah, it makes no sense if this is projectile just for like extremely short range. Just make a spear would be the same. Sure. That's something I specifically wanted, so that's pretty unfortunate. I can imagine beating a giant beast by cutting it with Aurora in its current form. I also tried making a shield out of it. Oh, that's actually a pretty smart idea, I never thought about that. The downside is that I have no means of attack if I do that. Can't you like reshape this shield to have like spikes or something, you know? So we can actually attack with this as well? That would be cool. He probably can, but he didn't thought about this. I can summon Aurora from my left wrist. I tested out the idea of using Claw to parry blows, but it didn't work well. Okay. So he tried to be a Wolverine. It's too fragile to function as a shield. As such, I can devise tactics that rely on me receiving an attack. Besides, even if it worked as a proper shield, I couldn't properly block a blow from the giant beast anyway with my build. I still don't see a dragon in this. Like, what is that? I literally see nothing here. I see like a bunch of tentacles. I don't see wings. What did you mean wings back then? I just see this head. I just realized like this is a head and it have like this like tongue thing going on here. Like he said, like it's like butterfly tongue or something that he shoots at like suck the things from people. Ah. The green dragon. Its attacks were no joke. Just what kind of diet would they have to go on to keep up with something like that? That weird attack, that was like a straw from its mouth. Just getting close to the thing while avoiding it sounds nearly impossible. And on top of that, I would still have to beat it at close quarters. Even those black dogs were tough as hell, and they were probably lower level beasts. I doubt I could do much with a few swings of my blade against the dragon. Yeah, and somehow Lucia and Shizuru basically one-shotted this guy. Like, what? And every single one of his attacks would probably prove lethal to me. That doesn't sound very fair. This is a crap game, if I ever saw one. Yeah, exactly, we're leaving. But then I suddenly have a revelation. The dragon's throw attack. Could I steal it? Ooh. So using it like a whip or something? It was like a whip that functioned as a long-range attack, yeah. And as long as it remains attached to my body, my aurora shouldn't fall apart. How can I prevent it from solidifying? The form of the blade is influenced by my consciousness. Consciousness? As long as I can vividly imagine it, I should be able to shape it however I wish. Yeah? That's why I said shield with spikes. Turning it into a complex mechanism like a rifle is beyond my abilities, but if we are talking about a simple cutting tool, I can make it into a proper whip because of the way it hardens. But what if I tried adding joints to it? Ooh, that's cool. A long arm with many joints. If I made the tip sharp as a needle and use it like a tentacle, I try imagining it, but I get stuck immediately. It's not easy to imagine functional joints that I can control at will. I mean, yeah, like imagining like functional joints that would be like extension of your body. Yeah, that would be difficult as hell because you usually don't possess additional joints. So I would start with something simpler, so just the joints on the weapon. Like, don't control them, just use it like a weapon, like a whip. You can train with the whip, so you can be pretty good at this. And maybe later you can figure out how to make them move by your own will. Like, you know, step by step. Even if I do figure out the joints, I have no idea when it comes to reproducing the muscle. Damn. Why does this dump power have to be so complicated? I would be unable to save a single kid from the jaws of the monster like this. He should meet Emiya. He should get like some lessons from Emiya, I think. Maybe the stupid thing isn't even intended for use in combat. Maybe it's a tool just to prepare a good barbecue. Okay, never mind. No, wait. The ribbon remains limber for a couple of seconds right when I summon it. What if I use it as the whip within that time frame? So you just like attack with this instantly when you're like summoning this and then desummon it. But there's a downside of this because he said like he can summon it only a few times because it's tiring him out, so this is not very cost efficient. It's actually very bad cost efficient. Huh. I feel like I'm close, but I haven't arrived at the perfect answer yet. In any case, I want to keep my mind occupied with something for now. So I can keep my order, thoughts at the bay.
Tennoji-kun.
Yeah, it's been a while since anyone else came to the class. Huh? Someone addressed me during my lunch break.
一緒に学食に行かない?
Interesting, some random classmate wanted to eat with us. Also, The group of friends he usually hangs with are lingering behind his back. Are you sure you want me to join?
久しぶりに
None of my comrades are in school today either. Another half a day has passed without me getting the chance to fool around. Ah, that's okay. I wouldn't want to impose on you guys.
邪魔なんかじゃないよ。仲間だって思ってるよ。
Okay. Oh. That's surprising. Yeah. I guess like after many days when like none of our friends just like came in, then they just started to feel like, hey, maybe we should actually invite him, you know, like I feel sorry for Kotaro, something like that. Also, I'm very surprised as well that no one is questioning the disappearance of anyone. This is like another thing. I don't think I talked about this, but yeah, it's weird that no one ever like said anything. Like I said, like first thing Kotaro should do is like go to the teacher and ask where they are. Like, hey, they are sick, they went to abroad, something like that, you know, like some answers. And for now we had only a kind of weird answer about leaving like borders and stuff, and also advice for like just wait things through. And another is actually, do we know Kotori? What happened? Wait, did we learn about Kotori? Kotori left too with parents, right, or something? I forgot previous episode. Jesus, remind me in the comments what happened to Kotori. I forgot. Did we learn something? Like they're left like together somewhere? Or he just had like empty house? I think that was just, oh yeah, okay, I remember. Yeah, we didn't get close because the policeman stopped us and made us go, and we never managed to sneak into the house. Okay, never mind. I remember now, stop panicking. But yeah, this is like kind of weird that no one in school is like questioning Kotaro. Hey, why does no one from people that you are hanging around usually, you know? Where's everyone? And also, like, it's been like a lot of time since we went to the forest for Inoue. So she's either like really lost, or someone found her and actually helped her and she's like living somewhere, or she's basically dead, you know? It's been a very long time. I don't see much hope at this point for Inoue. There is still hope, kinda, that she might have survived, but it's like, very thin line. I felt unsure how to react. I'm feeling a little bit bashful. Before joining the Ores, I usually ate alone, so I could always be there for Kotori if she needed me. I'd exchange a few words with people here and there, trying to avoid getting too personal, building a great number of shallow relationships. I can't even recall the last time someone invited me like this. Really? Thank you.
敬語
It's most likely genuinely goodwill of their part. It makes me feel guilty, because it makes me realize how I view everyone else. Oh crap, I actually had something urgent to take care of. Maybe we'll catch you guys some other day. Okay.
マジで遠慮とかいらないよ
I'm not being considerate. It's just I've been a bit out of it lately.
そう
So I'm not really hungry, sorry.
帰りにパンでも買ってこようか
No, you don't need to run errands for me. I'd rather not get accused of running a ring of delinquents.
こっちから言い出したことだからパシリじゃないよお金だってちゃんともらうしさ
Okay.
何がいい
Oh, just grab two of something that's available.
了解ドリンクは
Oolong tea or coffee would do. I'm going with coffee. I drink too much coffee. I hand him 300 yen and see the group of guys off. 300 yen? Wait, this is like actually very cheap, isn't it? Wait. I think like I should check yen to dollars. I think that would make most sense. It's like $2 for 2 sandwiches and a drink. Maybe conversion been different back then. Actually, if you think about this, the stock went down actually for the yen. Huh. Anyway. That was nice of them. I haven't been eating much lately. The part about not having an appetite was the truth. They say communication skills are important, but I'm just a bit intimidated by the concept. I mean, there's good and bad ways of handling those skills. The ones who are good end up trusted by many, while the other ones who are bad end up isolated. Also, I just thought about this, like, if we, like, because during the game I didn't power it up twice, I think. If I would power up twice, I would be at like 8 o'clock basically with this, right? So I wonder if like events with the dragon would be the same, or we would be able to like change something. Like, would we be able to be fast enough to protect Kotori to not make Shizuru and Lucia act, basically, so they would be still around? They wouldn't like have to blow up their cover, that they have like some kind of weird abilities and they're strong. If Kotaro would be strong enough. There's so many questions I need like to find answer in like later playthroughs. I'm so curious about the system. This is interesting. Regardless of how good or bad a person they are. Not to mention that I'd probably be classified as evil anyway. Which is why I started the Occult Research Society. I wanted to finally establish proper human connections for a change. To finally face others with my true self. Together with Kotori. Your communication skills meant nothing within the ORS. Hanging out with someone on honest terms isn't as easy as it sounds. The difficulty of there not being a correct answer always loom like wall. And our little gathering ultimately fell apart too. Was there anything I could have done to prevent that end? I still don't know. But at least I want to get Kotori back. Save her from the miserable defeat. Oh, hey Yoshino! I see you are like in full fighting power today, because the music changed. The problem is, I can't go full out against you anymore. I would kinda murder you probably, if I just hit you. What do you want, Yoshino? Yoshino blocks my way. It's been a while since I talked to him. He's upset about this? Wow, Yoshino is such a good friend. Is it still saying that he's our best bud? It probably is, right? Yoshino, my best bud, like bestest of the best. Exactly. He's worried. Yeah? Jesus. Stop with aggression. I mean, that's who you are, but... Huh? You don't sound like yourself. What? You only keep on borrowing. An interesting statement. The hell are you talking about? Yeah. I appreciate their sentiment, but I don't feel in the bed at the moment. Besides, that came out of nowhere. I never ate with these guys before. I've got no idea what you're trying to say, dude. Yeah, this is weird. What do you mean? I'm so confused. I'm so confused. Yoshino, for a while, like, you remember the scene at the school when they were like fighting in like school corridor when Yoshino first later met with Akane. Like, he sounds like he knows something that Kotaro doesn't, or something like that. So he remembers, like, so we probably know Yoshino for a very long time, I assume. And something happened in the past before our accident, because Kotaro had accident and he's been in the hospital and he lost memory from before the accident. So Yoshino remembers Kotaro from before accident. And for some reason he's angry that he doesn't remember it. I don't know why it's such a big deal for him. What do we not remember? And why he's not like telling us anything. And he's just like antagonistic against us for this. What do you know, Yoshino? Like, he knows something and hiding. I have no idea what he's so upset about. Aren't you an outlaw, a lone wolf and all that? Would you go with them if they invited you? But chance, right? What do you mean? Are you saying I owe a debt to them? I can't recall. When exactly that happened? I'm so confused. This must be something from like before the accident. This is the only thing that would make sense. If Yoshino knows us from before the accident and we like actually ate with them before, or like they helped us or something, like, I don't know. Yoshino suddenly seized me by the collar. His usual fire, but today I have no idea where he's going with this. What's he so angry about? And so I stared at him, confused. And he just listened to them. A guy that never stood out from the flock before boldly orders Yoshino to stand down, and Yoshino obeys without even giving him an intimidating glare. What the hell is going on? I'm with Kotaro on this one. What do you mean? Yoshino brushes past my shoulder and leaves the classroom. At least explain what the hell you want from me. No, but this seems completely different from the usual Kan. Wait. You know his name? Okay, so we have random classmate named Kan. Okay. For some reason we got a name for random classmate. I didn't expect that. Did I do something? I've been a bit unstable lately. Perhaps I hurt someone without even realizing this. Maybe?
Tennoji-kun.
He places his hand on my shoulder. Okay. A mob, a crowd. The faces, masks of my classes. I always thought of them as the part of the background. We might have exchanged a few words, but I never felt like we're on the same page. I didn't pay attention to them, and they didn't pay attention to me. So what's going on today? I feel like all sorts of things are beginning to crumble around me. Yeah, this is like extremely weird.
神戸さんならしばらくお休みしますとだけ連絡をもらっていますよ。
Oh, we actually get some information now. After how many days? Like 3 or 4? Been a while. Okay, and why she's going to be absent? They gave you a reason.
急のことだとか。
Okay. Huh. Figured. But hey, worth a shot to ask, right? Who contacted you? Her parents? Kotori herself?
受けたのはジムの人だからわかりません。
It was person from the office who took the call, okay. So you are just a third party that got info from whoever. Okay, so we need to get to the person from the office then. To get information who called actually. I see.
あまり長くお休みが続くようであれば連絡をしてみようとは思いますが。
Thank you very much.
天王寺くん、あなたも疲れているんじゃありません？
Yeah, I mean, it's like 5 or 6 people missing. What? No,
カウンセラーの先生が暇そうなんです。
Okay, huh?
もしよければ気分転換代わりにでも利用してあげてください。
Sure, if I ever get the opportunity. I don't care about myself for the time being. I'm more curious about that phone call. Yeah, who called? The office staff wouldn't tell me anything, even if I asked. Where the hell did you go, Kotori? Yeah. I researched my powers until midnight. Though I don't have a clear reason to be enthusiastic about them, I might be capable of few unusual things, but most of my life revolves around being a normal student. I have no reason to randomly sacrifice my ordinary life and jump into the fray of supernatural battles. Yeah, but still, it's like extremely difficult situation Kotaro is in because he just had supernatural battle with like weird dragon being and suddenly everyone disappeared on him. Like, 2 people just like, it seems like betrayed him. Like, for some reason. I don't know if I can call this even a betrayal, to be honest. Like, it felt like a betrayal to some degree because they kinda attacked us. Like, saved us, attacked us, and then escaped saying, I'm sorry. So, kinda felt like betrayal, but I don't know to what extent. That was weird. So many questions. Monsters do exist. And so do secret organizations. And superpowers, regardless of my life. Regardless, my own life is the most precious thing to me. As such, I'm tinkering with my powers like I'd tinker with a toy, nothing serious. It's just a way to kill time, like video games and manga. According to my observations, there are 3 ways to develop my powers, okay? For close quarter combat, long range warfare, and somewhere in between, okay? Makes sense. I mean, it's flexible. The clouds are good enough for close combat. I can change where Aurora emerges from, my wrist. I probably can't expect anything better considering the design of the human body. Also, I forgot because I mentioned this in the previous episode, but I then picked it up later when Kotaro was talking about unable to forming any kind of like long range projectile because it's going to disappear soon after it's like leaving his wrist. Yeah, my idea of the bow is basically dead. Then. Can't expect anything better considering the design of the human body. Okay. For medium range, I had come up with something to counter stab beyond the reach of my clothes. Akin the dragon's throw attack would be perfect. After many tries, I managed to imitate an inferior version of it. So it seems like it's going somewhere at least. Okay, good. That's about it. I have nothing for the long range warfare for now. Yeah, I mean, you said yourself, like, it's not really possible with your power, because it's like instantly going to dissolve. What can he do for the long range? I don't think there is anything really. Outside of like maybe like he tried before, like a spear, right? Just like shoot from your wrist, like attached quick attack, basically, like poke something. After doing some research on the internet, I learned that guns took a very long time to reach their current form. The earlier stuff was terrible, and more often than not, it would blow up in your face instead of your enemies. I can bend Aurora according to my will, but that also means it's limited to my knowledge and experience. And I've got no clue how to make a gun, yeah. I can't possibly imagine functioning rifle down to the most minute detail, yeah, like, if you are not like in military, then I don't think you can. Like, it's like very specific skill set. Kotaro, like, so Kotaro can basically give up on the idea of having like Aurora gun, basically. First of all, like bullets will just disappear when they like leave. Unless they're like extremely fast, then I guess they can hit something before dissolving. But still, if you cannot like create this in your mind, you have no idea how the mechanism works or anything, then yeah, that's not gonna happen. It don't makes more sense to imitate shuriken to throw it at my enemies or something. Here you go. But still, it's going to disappear, right? But Aurora disintegrates the moment it loses contact with my body. Exactly. So the idea of gun is also kind of busted because bullets will just disappear. Shuriken will probably be gone before I even manage to throw it. That's pointless. The deeper I get into this, the less I have to think about the other stuff. The only like simple projectile weapon I can think that he could do is a bow. Or crossbow. It's slightly more complicated, but it's still within the realm of possibilities, right? Like he could have like, if like the problem is that his Aurora is disappearing when like it's leaving his body, so you cannot really shoot projectiles. So I don't know if I'm even talking about this, but I guess it's fun. It's fun imagining what you could do with this power, right? Like he could like have like some kind of like hand crossbow basically on his hand and just like shoot it, you know. And also, and then like materialize more arrows, like more bolts on this without like actually reloading. Just like shoot, materialize another one, and shoot and materialize another one, and stuff like this. That could look dope, actually. That saves me from my dark thoughts. Wait, isn't the Harvest Festival? It starts on Sunday, the 21st. It's Thursday, so it's around the corner already. Can't believe I forgot. That's just how bad of spot I am in mentally. That said, what could I even do there alone? Yeah, that should be like fun event for all of us, and it's no longer a possibility. I could try to write a report for my job, yeah, but I don't think you have motivation or like anything for this right now. I don't really feel like it, but it beats endless self-study at school, if nothing else. If things hadn't gone as they did, we all could have participated in it as a team, as the Occult Research Society. I glanced at my town from my window, at the town. I can hear the sound of hustle and bustle from all the way over here, with everyone preparing for the festival, and loads of new people coming into town. The preparations don't extend all the way to the residential area, but some of the households do go out of their way to attach thematic lights to their houses. An exciting atmosphere just before the festival. And yet, my heart may as well be lost at the bottom of the ocean. Huh? Okay, what's happening? 3 silhouettes are walking down the road further ahead, okay? So you see some random guys. For a split second, I glimpsed their faces under the streetlight. I frantically dash out of my house. Okay, is this like some that we know? Like one of our friends? Who is this? There's a light in Kotori's window for the first time this week. Oh, she's home. I ring the bell. The door opens immediately. You are normal! Where were you? I've been worried. Why you didn't answer any phone calls? What the hell? Kotori. I jump over the gate and grab her shoulders with both my hands. Her delicate, fragile build fills me with sadness, so I pull her into an embrace. Sorry, I was so worried. I feel a slight resistance, but I don't care, only squeezing her harder. I have zero ulterior motives for making contact with her this time. I just can't contain my relief. Where were you? What happened? Where have you been? The fuck you mean?
1万人のオーディエンスと交換してたの。
You dork. I have almost no memories of holding Kotori in my arms before. The sensation has a paralyzing bittersweet quality to it. I can feel her brittle bones against my skin. The smell of the faint scent of soil from her neck. Everyone disappeared after that night.
会長さんも？
Yeah, everyone. The ORS is done for. But I never expected you to disappear as well, so I got scared.
ごめんよ。実家に戻ってたの。急な話で。
For Grandpa's house, okay.
私もついていかないといけなくなって。
So I guess okay. Depending on the where Grandpa lives, like she could have no range on the phone, so maybe that's why we couldn't like actually call her, because we got instantly like automatic message voice, right? Because she had no range for the phone there. Maybe that would happen. Okay. So maybe there was nothing like weird going on, she just actually had to go somewhere suddenly. That's kinda such a coincidence, isn't it? But still, there's nothing bad, I think, then.
親戚がね、大きな問題で。
Relating to relatives, okay. So it's like big family matter, okay, I see. Her explanation sounds all over the place. Almost as though she just made it up on spot. I mean, could be, yeah. It's kinda weird, but it's still like the most reasonable answer we can get, I guess. And also I can think of like why she didn't like pick up the phone, because there was no range. But I don't even like pushing to the point right now. I don't care about all that. I'm too afraid to let the small frame slip out of my embrace again. You lost weight.
そんなのわかるの？
Ah!
やだな、恥ずかしい。
Ah! You are all I've got now. I don't think the others will return.
そうなんだ。小太郎くんのお楽しみ、終わっちゃったね。
Your fun. Did you not have fun? Everyone's, right? Anime club just for my own sake. I would like to think I didn't in a way.
そうだったね。ごめん。
Okay, Kotori is actually weird today. Okay, it's actually kinda weird conversation. You didn't return my emails.
携帯、バッテリー切れちゃってたの。
Or that. Okay, I thought about range, but could be also the battery. But it's been few days, you could recharge it somewhere. Okay, I'm not buying this. Okay, this sentence is bullshit. She could recharge it somewhere. There is no way like she's been like visiting Grandpa and like Grandpa have like no electricity at all for a few days. This is just no way. If anything, I would say that she didn't have like range on the phone. This is bullshit. I see.
後で返信してあげる。
But now all I can feel is happiness. Kotori? I love you, Kotori. Ah, there we go. No, she knew for a long time, yeah. There's a short silence. Then Kotori answers me with a small, clear voice.
二度目だね。
Second? What? My dramatic second confession came out subdued. Barely a whimper compared to the bank I imagined. Alright, he said that when they were like planting seeds in the like together. I think maybe I remember this, I'm not sure. Can you remind me when that happened? Second, indeed, this is the second time. But I can't even come up with a line to make it sound good. I can't think of anything. I'm terrible with setting a good mood, or rather powerless. I've never felt it more acutely than I do now, but I don't regret it. I've been in love with you since way back. You know that, right?
そうなんだ。
Don't pretend you didn't. I mean, I've confessed to you once before already.
覚えてたんだね。
How could I possibly forget? It was just before we got into high school. Okay, this is some even other events that we didn't have yet. Never mind then. I was thinking about the events we had in the game, but there's actually some kind of backstory that we just didn't have. Okay. I told you how I felt. But...
ご
Oh!
めんね。
Okay, so he got rejected at the beginning. So this is... Kotori before. That is the same. Oh, she's crying. Why she's crying? I guess like because she feels sad that she rejects Kotaro. And that makes Kotaro sad, and we know Kotori is actually quite emotional if you think about this. She seems like an airhead and stuff, but she can be quite emotional, so maybe she's just feeling sorry for Kotaro and that she's blaming herself for like refusing him or something like that. To be honest, I thought you would say yes back then. I was too full of myself. I didn't even consider the alternative. I mean, we're always on the same vibe. It already looked like we're dating. At least everyone else thought so. That's just how close we were back then. But you rejected me. I could barely believe it back then. It was like I got punched in the head and couldn't snap out of it. I got over it eventually and returned to normal, thinking you would keep your distance from me at that point on. But that never happened. You remained by my side. Why? Okay, if that happened, yeah, like without that backstory, Kotori behavior been so perfectly normal and awesome during the series so far. She's special.
小太郎くんだもの。そばにいるのが自然なくらい。
Ah. I clapped her arm. It's slender and delicate, like silk, completely unlike that of the man. I felt relieved. I thought I couldn't ask for more, though only for the fleeting moment. As time passed, I realized how shallow that was. It was tough. You were at my side, but I realized you would erect a barrier between us. I could tell you were careful not to let any of our conversations stray towards feelings or love. And it was like that confession never happened. It felt like you were treating my feelings as some unreal phantasm. It broke my heart.
そんなことはないけど。
I'm not blaming you. You can't avoid getting hurt after rejection, one way or another. I'm not saying I just shrugged it off. Actually, it ripped my guts out. I really don't want to admit it, but that was the first time I ever cried myself to sleep.
そこまで。
Yeah. But despite the pain, I was still happy that our relationship managed to survive that. I did my best not to look at you that way anymore. And you remained at my side. To be honest, it got a bit tough at times. If we are not dating, then we're just childhood friends, right? And those don't really stick around for that long, especially after reaching adulthood. We won't be able to remain together forever like this, right? The end will come sooner or later. And out of nowhere, just like this time, you might find some guy and end up spending all your time with him instead. I don't think I could take that. I'm not that strong. Kotori, why didn't you leave me? Why didn't you just put an end to everything, back there and then? You know, it's pretty cruel to treat someone's confession as though it never happened and remain by their side. You think?
ごめんなさい。
Damn. Don't apologize. I just want to know.
理由は話しにくいよ。
Are you saying I don't have the right to know?
そうは言わないけど、
It's something with me.
私の問題だから
What do you mean? You're Kotori. What is wrong with you? There's nothing wrong with you. I'm not going to force you. I released her arm. Before I knew it, my grip had tensed up, and my fingers were digging into her skin.
でも、私が他の誰かとくっつくって話、
Oh?
それだけは
Okay.
絶対ないから。
What are you saying? You never know what might happen.
私はない。
Why? Why so pessimistic? Hmm.
男友達とかもいないし、
I mean, there's Yoshino. And me. Those kind of girls are always the first to get picked up. You get lots of guys asking you out, don't you?
誰とも親しくならなかったよ。私、そういうの興味ないから。
Hmm.
だから、大事な小太郎くんが幸せになってから、自分のこと考えようと思ってた。
What is that supposed to be?
彼女作るとか、やりたいことを見つけるとか。
Wait, let's get this straight. So we are still not officially dating? Like we just confess to Kotori and we get and we just get friend zoned for the second time in a row? Do I read this correctly? Jesus, that's... Oh my god. Poor Kotaro. Oh my god. Ah.
それを見届けてから。
What the hell is that supposed to mean? How's my happiness relevant to you doing your own thing?
どうしてかな、わかんないよ、小鳥さん。変な人。
My happiness is with you. You're not making any sense. I think I could have given up if you made it obvious you weren't interested in me.
小太郎くんには幸せになってもらいたいよ。なんだろう。お母さんみたいな気持ちかも。
Interesting. No way I'm gonna accept that? Yeah.
小太郎くん、安心して。私、彼氏とか作らないから。
That's sad. Don't say that. I mean, I guess it makes me happy because we have chance, but it also makes me sad because she says that I guess she doesn't believe like in a happy future for herself. Or maybe, I mean, or maybe she's just like not interested in that in general, because there are people that like just chose to be alone basically. But I don't think like at their age they can like make actually this decision as valid, because they still are driven by like mostly by emotions, I guess. Like when you are older you may decide like, yeah, cool, but I'm not, yeah. Some people just decide that by their own like thing, like, yeah, I'm not going to have a boyfriend, not going to have a girlfriend, not going to have like kids and anything because they just don't want to. But like, just a decision in life later on. That's very early for the decision here. I got rejected again in the extremely roundabout way. This is it's supposed to be Kotori Road. We are supposed to be in we are supposed to be dating the girl that road we are in. What happened? What happened? This is not how these games should normally go. But rather than disappointment, all I feel is confusion. I'm not a complete dunce. I can tell she has some sort of feelings for me. It might not necessarily be the kind of love I wish for, but there's an obvious closeness and warmth between us. I'm sure I'm closer to Kotori's heart than anyone else. So why? Why does she refuse to cross that line? Any reason you would like to give me?
今の関係が壊れるのが嫌ってんじゃダメ？
That's also vague and doesn't answer anything. It just means you don't want to be anyone like more than a friend. But like, I guess it's hard to tell a reason for like not loving someone, I guess. But we can feel that she actually like kinda wants, but like for some reason refuses. Not really, it feels like you're trying to hide something, yeah. I don't think it's true anyhow.
うまく説明できないんだ。
Explain the best you can. She sadly averts her gaze from me.
私の気持ち、言葉にできないのばかりで。
That's painful.
ごめんね。
It's exhausting.
ごめんなさい。
It would be easier if you just said you hated me.
無理。
Why? How? For what reason? My thoughts are clogging up my brain like mad. I can tell Kotori isn't planning on telling me the truth. I'm not going to get anywhere if I keep this up. Retreat is possibly my best option for now. I can't believe I've got to back down after telling her everything. It's not easy to swallow all the frenzied emotion I built up during this conversation. There's still next time. Believing? No. Forcing myself to believe in that. I finally managed to contain myself. I got it. So pathetic.
かっこいいよ。撃たれてもおかしくないと思ってた。小太郎くん、やっぱり大人だ。
Really? I'm the same guy that totally lost his head the moment you disappeared for a few days. Will you at least drop me a message next time?
タイミングは偶然だったんだ。
Okay.
本当に急で、メールもできなくて。ごめんね。
She looks into my eyes, from only a few centimeters away. The look makes me want to forgive her for everything. It surpasses my confusion and irritates, like the weird drug. And the way she apologized was really adorable too. I let her go. Kotori returns to her house. She peeks her head out of the doorway to look at me. Just let me tell you one thing, Kotori. All the other guys that approach you are only interested in your body. Wow. Going back to normal, I see. They can contain their libido, it's either that or they're after your money. Don't let them fool you, okay? Also, all guys that look better than me have undergone plastic surgery, just so you know.
最後だけ、ちょっと格好悪くなっちゃったね。
After making her promise that she will show up at school tomorrow, I finally leave her house. My impression of Kotori's facial expression when I suggested we go to school together is something akin to... I managed to smooth over this whole confession business, so I better just go along with him on this. So I guess she's stuck with me. Kotori was strongly against us going to school together until now. She said it was embarrassing, but I don't think that's the real reason. Rather, she's probably being careful not to let the distance between us shrink too much. Though the actual reason for that remains unclear. She also said she didn't hate or dislike me in any shape or form. I smell a long battle ahead of me. I feel angry. I feel energy returning to my body. I use it to cleave away my lingering regrets in regards to the Occult Research Society. I couldn't chase two hearts at the same time. I will never let one of the few precious things remaining to me out of my sight again. That's been painful and interesting conversation at the same time.
おはようタイム。
Okay, Kotori is actually back at school. And we'll continue in the next episode. It's been a very interesting conversation. interesting backstory. Why she still like behaved like this? What is she hiding? What's the reason? Like so many why around Kotori. I felt like she's like the most normal person basically out of everyone, but she still hides a lot of things, it seems. Anyway, sad conversation, but also very weird conversation. I cannot place myself in order. Anyway, hopefully at some point, like, we're going to actually be together with Kotori. Because, I mean, we are on her road, right? Like, we're supposed to be dating, come on. Isn't that how these games works? But yeah, I guess, thanks for watching. I'll see you next one, so click that like button, and yeah, check my Discord, and what else, like, subscribe and become a member if you would like to support me and see episodes earlier, and yeah, I'll see you next one, so thank you once again, and for a Pocket Watch, it's going out.